Hello everyone, welcome to the Raw Sword channel, and I'm bringing you the Devastation map pack from Call of Duty Ghosts. And the first map I'm going to kind of warn you about, Behemoth. It is one of the worst maps I've seen in a long time. It's probably my least favorite, along with Free Fall on the Call of Duty Ghosts series. This map is very long and narrow. And you would think it'd be good for sniping, but it kind of isn't. It kind of is. It depends on your style of sniping. If you don't mind close quarter sniping, there's a lot of gears and stuff in your way, so you really want to watch out for that. But really what I'm going to talk to you about and warn you about is the spawns. Now, I know in all throughout the Call of Duty Ghosts series, we've had way too much trouble with spawning on top of the enemies spawning on top of us, and Behemoth is really bad for that. You have one of your members run into the middle and you'll have enemies spawning behind you. If three of your team are in the middle, then the enemy's going to control both spawns and you're just going to be spawn trapped over and over again. Spawn killed, spawn murdered, then you'll start finally spawning in the middle, and there's pretty much no way out once you're trapped like that, unless you have a really good team that can really conquer the other team, that can really take them out and sort of kill them a lot faster than they can kill you. You'd have to have a really good team to stop that, though. But other than that, there's a lot of bottleneck passages that make for a close combat, a lot of submachine gun, a lot of AR fights for you to do, and there's underground passages throughout this entire, I don't know, is it a coal factory? Just a digger, a big coal digger, I think is what it is, sort of, kind of, and it makes for some good combat underneath. You definitely want to watch those spawns, though. You don't want to get spawn trapped. It's very easy to do that on this map. Now onward to I'll talk a little more about the sniping. The sniping is, you think it being a really long, narrow map, it'd be great for sniping. That's not entirely true, because there's so much construction, there's so much metal in your way, it makes it kind of hard to really do any type of sniping. You can, however, on both sides, you can snipe the spawns, but that's really about it. And it doesn't really make for really good sniping. I definitely suggest an AR or some machine gun for this map instead of a sniper rifle. The next map I'm going to talk to you about is Collision. Now, it's got its name, obviously, because it's a ship that has wrecked into a bridge. This map has a lot of close quarters combat because of all the crates, all the cargo. It makes for great cover. So I'm suggesting to you an assault rifle or a submachine gun. And there are 2 sniper spots, windows on each spawn, but you're really easy to pick off for anyone that has an AR. So that's another reason why on this map I don't suggest a sniper rifle. If that's your thing, go right ahead. That's totally up to you. I'm just giving my opinion, my options. You can see that I am using the new Ripper that comes with the DLC, and I'll be sure to talk to you about that in just a few minutes. But right now, I wanted to talk to you about the underground area. The kitchen, which is what I'm in right now, is smack dab in the middle of the map, and it leads down to an underground cargo hold pretty much, and this cargo hold goes from one spawn to the other. It's great for picking up flags if you're playing domination. It's also an area that a lot of people use, but the kitchen stairs are a little laggy, so watch those. They're hard to get up and down sometimes, and they sort of just, you sort of walk up them like you're lagging, but you're really not. It makes for a hard time getting up and down those stairs easily. Now, the Ripper, which is what I'm using, is a submachine gun, assault rifle type weapon, and it's really weird because of that. But it has a 24 to 34 damage. It's actually considered a submachine gun, even though it switches to the AR. And to do that, you bring up your gun sights, and then you press R3. and it will switch between your AR mode and your submachine gun mode, which also changes your sights. As you can see right now, the green sight, that means I'm in AR mode. Now, there is actually a difference between these two modes. For starters, and the rate of fire is really what matters. So when you're in submachine gun mode, you have an RPM of 967, but in AR mode you have 674 RPM. With rapid fire, the submachine gun mode is 1138 RPM, and the AR with rapid fire is 793 RPM. It has a moderate recoil in the submachine gun mode, but if you're in AR mode, it has very little recoil whatsoever. It also has a 32 clip, and you have 64 extra bullets. If you have extended mags, you get a 48 clip. It's very straightforward, very fun to play with. Probably one of my favorite guns next to the Vepr and the Remington. And the Vepr and the Remington can outshoot it if you don't have rapid fire on the Ripper. Now, another thing I'd like to tell you guys is one of the awesome little briefcases you get on this map is an A-10 strafe. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a plane that comes in and zooms. It pretty much goes over the map. You get two over-the-map flights, and you can send out missiles and lock on with bullets and everything else. I just thought I'd let you all know that. I haven't gotten it yet, so I can't show you, but I will. If you guys want, I can get footage of that and put that up. Now, the next map I'm going to talk to you about is Unearthed, and pretty much all of you recognize this, but first I'm going to say that crane right in front of me, you shoot the 3 red marks on it with a Ponterfoster or Castat, and the little carrier right there on the crane will fall onto the truck in the back there next to the meteorite, and you can ride that across map. And in that you'll find a weapon called Venom X, and it'll shoot this green stuff. You have 10 or 11 shots, and it'll shoot the green stuff, and then that green stuff you can detonate. Now, all of you pretty much know, and if you don't know, if you can't possibly tell yet, it's Dome. And I do love Dome. I really enjoyed this map as well as I do Dome, but I am getting a little tired of paying for maps that I already have. So I really enjoyed this. It would be nice if this was a side thing that you get extra with the map pack, like the Ripper, but it's not. You're actually paying for it, so it's pretty much like paying for it again, even though I really do enjoy this map. It's a very small map. It's great for TDM, cranked, kill confirmed. It's very close quarters, very hectic, very good for submachine guns. But the meteorite in the center is where traffic goes, just like in Dome. The Dome's where everybody goes. But another thing that they added to this that you don't have, other than the crane lift, is Seekers. Now, if you haven't played Extinction, you don't know what those are. Seekers are these little red glowing aliens that will go after your enemies and pretty much self-destruct on top of them, and it's actually kind of fun to watch them all scramble around, because everyone's just like, shoot the Seekers, shoot the Seekers. And they're all like running around, and they're trying to shoot your Seekers, and most of them don't succeed before it's too late. So I had lots of fun using the Seekers on these guys, as you can possibly see. Now, the next map is definitely not the least. It's actually one of my favorite from the map pack Devastation, and that is Ruins. Now, Ruins is pretty much what it sounds like. It's old, devastated civilization that has pretty much crumbled under our feet, and the map is just amazing. It's tremendous. You can definitely use any type of weaponry on it. Anything that you prefer, you can definitely use on this. There's so many ups and downs. There's so many stairways. You almost always end up in the middle somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. It's going to take a while to get this map down. But there's a predator statue right between the spawns, and it sort of gives you an intel into what you'll get in the care package. The care package is actually, if you can get it, everyone fights for the care package, of course, is the Predator. You become the Predator from Predator vs. Aliens. Now, that's just... I know last time, the last DLC, you got to be Michael Myers, but this time you get to be the Predator, which I think is so much cooler. No offense. But the thing about the Predator is you have a lot less life than any other Juggernaut. You even have less life than the Michael Myers. And I'm going to tell you why that is as soon as I tell you what the Predator can do. You have claws, your little claw things that you knife people with. It's really fast to knife with him, sort of like the Maniac's more fast to knife than just using a combat knife or an underbarrel knife. And also you have shoulder cannons, but that's not all you can do. You actually have infrared vision. Though you can't see through walls, you can still see heat signatures of your enemies. Your enemies will glow bright red. And on top of that, you can also turn invisible, sort of a cloaking device. You're very hard to see in that, but if you take any damage, you cannot turn invisible anymore. But when they manage to kill you, which is a very high possibility because you have very low health, you get a chem strike. Really, you're pressing the bomb on your hand just like in the movies, but that turns into a chem strike, so if they end up killing you, it's really bad for the other team because you kill them all. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by, and if you stayed for this long, be sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a like. That would be very helpful for me and the people who also watch me. And if you guys want, if you want to see more of stuff like this, more of Call of Duty Ghosts, more Metro Last Light, or any of that stuff, be sure to give me a subscribe and drop in anytime for another video with the Raw Sword channel.